is services. So first we'll see example without services, and then we'll go to services and to the postmortem. We'll see all the little detail about the services. So first we'll have a simple explanation of services. Sorry, without services. So in this scenario, we'll have a two pod inside the same Kubernetes cluster. One is the backend pod and one is the frontend. So what backend pod do? Backend pod replies Neokloud whenever someone connects to it, and frontend pod keep calling the backend pod to bring the response to own logs, like logs of if this is able to connect, then response is Neokloud. Otherwise, some different. So that is not a complex logic, no deployment, no services, only single pod. So we'll just quickly create the pod of back. We'll go to the killer coda and I will vi front backend dot YAML. So we'll paste this YAML file. This is nothing but a simple YAML file, which is this is the only for the information purpose. If you won't write, then also okay, but you should remember this HTTP HTTPS echo will listen on 56784. We already discussed in the pod section. So just copy WQ, and here one more thing is label is equal to back. For this example, we won't need it, but for when we create the services, we'll use it. This. So WQ and int to apply. So what we do, K apply hyphen F backend. This you will know, and K get K hyphen N default and get pods hyphen O Y. Always use this type of command so that in one go you will find everything. So now I will change this IP, and here I will backend IP will update it. Now I'll create a pod front. I'll copy this up. I'll copy that file. No issue. I'll provide you the YAML file front and dot YAML. So I'll paste it here. So this is a pod. I hard coded this pod IP because this is the way I can connect to the pod. So I'll escape WQ. All these things we have explained very detailed in our pod section and helpful video section. So I'll just enter and K apply hyphen F front end. Yeah. So control L. So here two pods are working, and now I'll update this IP also. So instead of front end pod, here is 5. Now I'll K get log. Sorry, I always forgot that log. So here you will see that response is new. Well and good. Now I'll tmux it to show you real time. So control B shift percent. Sorry, shift 5. So we'll get K get pod. So we'll get IP address also. Now K log front end. For continuous log, I'll write F. So here you will find that it is connecting to this backend. Means if you see the diagram, so this pod is communicating to this, and Neokloud is the response. This is providing a response. Now I will delete this pod. Delete pod front end. Sorry, I had deleted front. That got a mistake. And if you create a apply, so control B, no issue. Control B. So the front end is created. So there are two pods, but just I accidentally deleted. So this is the IP address. So control B and then to response trying to reach backend, and this is the and now I'll delete that backend pod. So pod backend is deleted, and you will see response is backend node. I'll create that. So I'll apply backend YAML, and you will see that pod is created, but response is still same. Control what is happening here, because it is IP change. If control B right, so if I'll check to K get pod hyphen OY, so you will see here the IP of backend changed to 1.7. This pod we have deleted. So the IP of that pod is changed. So you know pod is ephemeral. So now the IP is 1.7. So it cannot. This is not written. So it is won't able to use this. Now this pod is like, so this application is not necessary, because if the pods are ephemeral, pod deleted and recreated, or some issues happen, then we need to track manually, and this is not at all possible. So this is the simple app, but this is the disadvantage of like. So what we will do, we will introduce a new concept into service. So we'll see this example with the service. What I will do, I will create a services and I'll change this. I just will create it. So backend application is this 7. So I'll VISVC dot paste this. So this is the target code and this is the listening code and this is the backend code and this is the name of the step. So state WQ and I'll will see all things in very detail. So K apply F dot YAML. So SVC is created. K get SVC. So cluster IP is created. So what we'll do, we'll delete front end part. So instead of this, we'll write this. So what this is the services name. This is the name is space, and this is SVC, and this is cluster.local, and this is the flow for port number. This cluster.local is the cluster internal DNS domain. So this together form a FQDN, a fully qualified domain. We'll see all things in very detail. Just for the simplicity. So what we'll do, we'll apply this. We'll replace this. So I'll save first. So k replace hyphen f for content. No, sure. So what I will do, I will create delete content and then apply. So we will go back to this. So what I will say, so we so I will delete this WP apply. The pod is created and now we'll see. So trying to reach will get us. So there are two pods. This is backend is 7 and frontend is 6. Here frontend is instead of 7, frontend is changed to 8 because we have deleted the pod and repeat. Now it is not a using of IP address. We are using this type of scenario here and it is written and it is has more one so here app equal to max. So services use labels. So you have seen that if I catch SVC, you will see that app equal to selected is here and app equal to back. So whatever pod having a label of backend, they will use this. So what I will do, I'll just delete that front end pod, sorry backend pod, and we'll see whether the things got changed. Yes, the response is not there. So only front end pod is there. Now what I will do, I will create the pod backend is created. So still now we'll check whether the IP address has changed or not. So I'll so here IP address changed to 9, but still we got the response. This pod is deleted, this pod is deleted, but we get the response because new pod is created in with the IP address of 9, but app equal to 8. So now communication is happening with connecting this and this communication is. So this is the simple example. So K gate SVC. So here cluster IP is 144. What I will do, I will copy that I will here in VF and DNS. So instead of using this DNS, we'll use that cluster IP. So KO replace no issue. We'll delete delete or delete for and then we create for this page. So I will see the logs are there. So you can use either of these two things. You can use this or you can use so we'll keep all things very clear. But I just want to show this interest. So one more thing, there is Kubernetes separate how and talk to how they actually operate. So it's like a company. Inside the office, employees use internal phones or chat. Outside can only reach web chat or chat. So inside the cluster means you have many times seen inside means internal and external. So pod talk to each other. This is the internal because same Kubernetes network. When you want you user want to okay from outside someone is logging someone want to access or your application. So this is so in this case we have to expose and now expose term comes in your means we have to expose this application to the outside world. So there are ways but expose. So we do locally also. So what expose means? Expose is nothing but so this is me, this is my wife. So if I want to communicate with each other, so I will expose to the road or she will expose to the road so that we can communicate each other. So we can communicate with each. So till now we are able to cover 26%, 26% of the. If you reach till here, you can be able to after completing this, you easily score 20. So thank you so much for your we will meet in that will be the full demo for it. Well to do a trick. So thank you so much. once again पुन्हा